I'm David Kartsonis, and this is part 2 of a video about how the last 4 years in Torrance have really damaged our local economy. I'm here in front of the vacant building that used to be Sony Honda Mobility, also known as Afeela. My opponent calls this one of his largest achievements. Businesses like this don't make sense for Torrance. Sony Honda Mobility was open here for literally just a few days before closing and leaving our city with nothing to show for it. Had it stayed open, it would have brought us negligible revenue due to the way that distribution centers are taxed. Let's talk about friendship cities and how converting Torrance to be a micronation is leading us to have a micro economy. If you watched my last video, you know I was endorsed by BizFedPAC. Bizfed represents 420,000 employers here in Southern California. You also learned why people are calling our Torrance economy stagnant at best and failing at worst. What's the cause? In short, the Friendship Cities program, backed by my opponent, Jon Kaji. This program started 4 years ago when my opponent took office. The first Friendship City was, unsurprisingly enough, our mayor's hometown. This program ballooned to costing residents hundreds of thousands of dollars to fund all expense-paid city council international trips. As a result of all this investment, Torrance has seen $0 in return and 0 new businesses. The biggest benefit being touted for this program is that it will allow the taxpayers of the city of Torrance to subsidize the Taiwanese national team when they're in Los Angeles for the 28 Olympics. Now, if all this sounds bad, you haven't gotten to the bad part yet. The bad part is how our city staff members, especially those in the economic development department, have been repurposed to serve as essentially glorified travel agents for some of our council members. This is where Torrance is really impacted. When our economic development department isn't doing economic development, Torrance loses. We lose businesses, we lose jobs, and we lose revenue. Most people estimate that Torrance has lost millions of dollars in revenue due to this disastrous economic development policy. After the last report of failings of friendship cities, my opponent decided to double down and increased their travel budget by $70,000. Worst of all, those $70,000 in Friendship City travel funds don't actually need to be used on approved Friendship Cities. This is the definition of a council slush fund, where they're able to use those funds to travel anywhere in the world with no justification required. We're at a point now where sales tax is no longer funding our city services, but instead the property taxes of our residents. We need to reverse that trend. It's time to put an end to this self-serving program and get Torrance back to being a leader in the business community.